Hello to everyone, and we welcome you into a night with the Pioneers, or as today will be, a morning with the Pioneers and an afternoon with the Pioneers during this time. But we do welcome you into this very special time, this award show presented by Ingles. And we welcome you in, our student athletes and great supporters of Tusculum University as well. I'm Brian Staten, where normally we would be gathered in our Pioneer Arena and everybody would be dressed up. You know what, as a matter of fact, let's just step back for just a moment. If you want to get all dolled up and you want to get dressed up for this show, go do that right this minute. And as a matter of fact, if you have your cell phone, just leave it on. Leave it as loud as you want it to be. Call up everybody. Get on Zoom. Get your teams together. Watch this show together as a team. Scream, yell, and have a good time during this show, because we bring you a night with the Pioneers presented by Ingles just for you, our COVID-19 edition. And if you're tired of hearing all those things, I am too. So I'm going to try not to bring that up once again. But today, this year, everything about this has been anything but normal. We try to bring you a little bit of normalcy here tonight, or this afternoon, or even this morning for our award show. So, without further ado, let's begin. First of all, before we get underway, I would like to thank a few people and also congratulate some of those who have received a recent award. That would be the Office of the Media Relations. The job that they do throughout the entire year helps me and so many others, maybe beyond what even many of you will know. But as the top staff in media relations in the South Atlantic Conference, it's probably an award that is long, long overdue. So thank you to a lot of people who have put in tireless work, effort, and just being at every single event that goes on at Tusculum University to do nothing but promote our student athletes and our sports through websites and through all these socials that you receive. Press releases, videos, live streams, coaches shows, and so much more. Mr. Dom Donnelly, Mr. Jim Miller, Jessica Biggers, Zach Hartle, Nick Forsberg provide a service for this school that many colleges and universities just don't receive. They don't ever see it, and it's something that maybe some of us take advantage of. I promise you, you don't ever want to do that. It goes a lot further than that. Everyone involved in game days, behind the scenes, Bobby Milburn, Dr. Suzanne Bird, Jenna Restivo, Brian Soto, Mike Maggard, all of our camera operators that don't get enough recognition, our game day producers, our work study students, and game day announcers. We're all in this together. This award extends to the athletic director's office as well. Doug Jones and Randy Loggins and Deborah Davis. And while I'm at it, I'd like to thank Randy Loggins for his over a decade of service to this university. He came in as a student athlete, played football for the Pioneers on that offensive line, and moved right into the athletic department and learned to be one of the best assistant athletic directors, not only in the South Atlantic Conference, but maybe in this region. So Randy, best of luck to you on your new adventure at Converse. They are extremely lucky to have you. I would also like to wish some special people who in the radio and TV aspect of this thing, as they provide the university to little or even no pay for the hours that they put in showcasing this school. Joe Bird, Nathan Humbard, Justin Jeffers, Tim Wilson for stepping in while I missed my second football game in my career for another milestone moment with my father's retirement. Thank you for your help. Cody Gwynn, PJ Green, a guy that also helped out at the radio station and helped us do some high school broadcast as well. Thank you for your efforts at Tusculum and what you were able to put into your football career here as well. Jim Miller for providing game day play-by-play. Nick Forsberg, who sits behind the camera, who sits in front of the camera accidentally sometimes, only wears blue jeans on one occasion, and that's during this award show. The efforts that he puts into what he has given to his school and university, along with Zach Hartle, who also was instrumental in our coaches shows this year. You provide so much assistance to me that I could not get this job done without you. So to Dom Donnelly and the entire Office of Media Relations and everybody behind the scenes, as you can tell, it is a very large production to put forth a showcase for our student athletes. Thank you for what you have done. And this award is long, long overdue. So a huge thanks to those people. So with that thanks, and without further ado, we move on. Today, tonight, this morning, we honor our student athletes and the teams who have excelled this year on the playing field as well as in the classroom. And as we get underway, first, we receive a message from our president, Dr. Scott Hummel.
I want to congratulate everyone on a good but a crazy year. And as your new president, I was able to enjoy many of the games at the beginning of this spring semester, and so I was certainly so disappointed that COVID caused the cancellation of the spring season. I know not as disappointed as you, because I know how competitive you are. I know the qualities that you exhibit, being a hard worker and a fierce competitor and disciplined and a good student. So I know that this year was especially difficult for you. But I want you to know that you make me proud to be a Pioneer. I also want you to know how grateful I am for your coaches who don't only invest in you and making you a better athlete, but who also invest in you so that you are a better student, a better citizen, and better prepared for life. And I want to especially congratulate our seniors and wish you well as you move on. And for others, as you return, boy, we're looking forward to seasons next year. I also want to congratulate those that are winning awards, whether MVP or Athlete of the Year or Coach of the Year. We're incredibly proud of you and proud of all of our athletes. And I'm especially looking forward to this event next year, where I get to celebrate with you in person, but we also get to eat. Good to be a Pioneer.
Thank you, Dr. Hummel. Yes, I think a lot of us are really looking forward to the day where we can enjoy what Ingles provides and the great spread that they have, especially all throughout Pioneer Arena as well. A guy who is instrumental in bringing us to the forefront in the South Atlantic Conference in athletics is a former baseball coach here at Tusculum, a guy that somewhat he and I have kind of gone through this whole process together back in the day, and he's got this great vision for this university and going forward. A little bit on the exit right now because of what is going on, this whole pandemic. But Doug Jones, the Director of Athletics and Student Initiatives here at Tusculum University, couldn't be probably any more heartbroken the way the seasons came to an end. We didn't have some of the closures, such as the women's basketball program getting a chance to move on, and the seasons that had already begun, and some of the great starts that they had. He'd like to address you now. Here's your Athletic Director from Tusculum University, Doug Jones.
Good evening, Pioneer Nation. This is Doug Jones, your Vice President of Athletics. Just wanted to take a minute to welcome all of you to tonight's award ceremony. It is a little bit different, as we would typically gather in Pioneer Arena, have a great meal sponsored by Ingles, and then celebrate all of your accomplishments both in the classroom, on the field, and on the courts. But with the COVID-19 outbreak, we've obviously been forced to do things a little bit differently. I know many of you, most of you, have experienced a lot of challenges throughout this spring semester, being forced to take all of your courses online, and we truly hope that you are able to overcome those challenges and finish the spring semester strong. To all of our spring athletes who unfortunately had their seasons cut short, I truly apologize for that, and I know it's been difficult. But please remember that everything happens for a reason, that God has a plan, and that we will all come out better for all the challenges and things that we've had to overcome. To our senior athletes, I want to say a special thank you for all of your hard work and dedication that you have given to our university and our athletic department over the years. Please know that you will always be a Pioneer and that you can count on us if you need anything to help move your career and future forward. I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. Our staff has worked tirelessly to prepare this for you. So we hope you enjoy it and have a great time and Pioneer up.
Thank you, Doug. Thank you, Dr. Hummel, for your words as we get underway with a night with the Pioneers. It is presented by Ingles. I am looking forward to that meal. And before we get into our awards, let's get one final word from Ingles.
Here at Ingles, we're proud to be your neighbor, your partner, your grocery store. And we want you to know we're here for you. From our pharmacists to our truckers, our managers to our cashiers, from all of us, we want to say thank you. Thank you for trusting us. Thank you for your patience and your patronage. We're here for you. We're ready for you. And we're with you every step of the way.
So we welcome you back into a night with the Pioneers, presented by Ingles, and obviously anything but normal. But we're trying to buck all of that trend. And before we go on, I just want you to know that right now, this is a first-time run-through. No matter what happens from here on out, we may have a few mistakes. We may misspell some names or mispronounce some names, or may even have the wrong video pop up every once in a while. But if that happens, just roll with it and enjoy the show and what happens after this. But it is a night to honor you, so we hope the very best for what is to come. We have some words from our female and male athletes of the year. We also have a message from our coach of the year as well, and that will be coming up in moments. So let's just dive right in and start bringing out some awards. We'll start with our academic awards, and this will be our Freshman of the Year academic awards, presented to a true freshman student athlete, both male and female, with the highest grade point average, who has earned a minimum of 12 credit hours and a maximum of 30 total credit hours, all of which have been earned here at Tusculum at the conclusion of the fall 2019 term. The recipients for this year's female freshman academic award with a 4.0 grade point average from women's golf is Kaylee Ong, and from beach volleyball, Mabry Ward. Congratulations to our Freshman of the Year academic award winners, Kaylee Ong and Mabry Ward. This year's recipient for the Male Freshman of the Year academic award, also with a 4.0 GPA, there are two, from football, Dexler Benjamin. Congratulations to Dexler. Also from baseball, Eli Riley. Congratulations to Dexler Benjamin and to Eli Riley, this year's Male Freshman of the Year with a 4.0 GPA. Our next award will be our Student Athlete Academic Achievement Award. It's presented to the top male and female student athlete with the highest grade point average who has reached sophomore through senior status and has earned a minimum of 31 total credit hours calculated after the fall semester. The recipients of the Female Student Athlete Academic Achievement Award with a perfect 4.0 from tennis is Emily Henson. And from soccer is Caitlin Jones. Congratulations to Emily Hansen and also to Caitlin Jones for their academic awards. The recipient of the Male Student Athlete Academic Achievement Award with a perfect 4.0 from men's soccer, Nikolai Vujicic. Congratulations to Nikolai for your Athletic and Academic Achievement Award. As we move on now at this portion of the program, it was kind of unsure how we would do this to recognize our many, many seniors that are here at Tusculum. So you would be normally walking into Pioneer Arena and you would see a collage of photos and bring back maybe some happy memories from when you remembered that photo being taken or that snapshot or maybe an action shot, whatever it is. We recognize at this moment our seniors here at Tusculum. So thank you to our seniors and the impact that you have made here at Tusculum University. As we continue on with our Night with the Pioneers, presented by Ingles, it is time for our awards for Most Spirited, the Walter T. Detty Spirit Award, and many others. So let's jump right into those as well. Our Most Spirited Award recognizes a member of the Tusculum Spirit Squad who is the program's most valuable performer, and this year's recipient is Brooke Arrowwood. Brooke majored in biology and is from right here in Greenville. Our Most Spirited Award winner is Brooke Arrowwood. Congratulations to Brooke and what you have meant to Tusculum as well. The Walter T. Detty Spirit Award was established by the Alumni Association back in 1989 and gives formal recognition to that graduating senior who has excelled in several areas while attending right here at Tusculum University. Athletes, managers, team student assistants, cheerleaders, and other participating seniors making outstanding contributions to the Tusculum sports are eligible for this award. Selection is based on the person's college athletic career or contribution to the athletic program, loyalty to Tusculum athletics, exhibiting leadership qualities, and academic achievement. This year's recipient lettered on the football team for 4 years and started in all 11 games this past season, where he finished with 16 tackles, including 2 sacks, forced a fumble, recovered 3 others, including one that he returned for a touchdown against the Pembroke Braves in the game that I missed. And I'm sorry, PJ, but congratulations for this great recipient. Off the field, he was a resident assistant and also was a valuable contributor to the Tusculum Athletic Department, especially in communications, where he was a camera operator, play-by-play commentator, media personality, and he has plenty of personality, by the way. He earned a spot on the Cosida Academic All-District football team. He was a member of the Conference Commissioner's Honor Roll, Athletic Director's Honor Roll, and Dean's List. He graduated with honors this past December while majoring in English with a concentration in journalism. Proud to report that he is a news reporter and a multimedia journalist, getting his career underway at KFDX-TV in Wichita Falls, Texas. This year's recipient of the Walter T. Detty Spirit Award. I let the cat out of the bag a bit early because I like the guy so much. Congratulations to PJ Green, this year's Walter T. Detty Spirit Award winner. A guy that gives so much to his school, his university, and deserves this award as well. So congratulations to Javon Green. This year's Paxton Combs Fan of the Year Award recognizes the outstanding fans of the year. The award is named in honor of former Tusculum staff members Mary Helen Paxton, the late, and Joyce Combs. This year's recipients are the dynamic duo of Chuck and Mitzi Williams. Probably can't think of another group or a couple that is more deserving for this award, as they show up at just about every single game. More true of that was a Tusculum soccer game that I attended. Walked down to get a microphone. It was probably 12 degrees, and Chuck's down there in his jacket, sitting on a chair, taking photos of the game. The Williams family have been fans of Tusculum athletics for many years. It goes far beyond just rooting for the black and orange. Chuck has been a longtime volunteer photographer for Pioneer Athletics. His outstanding photography has been a mainstay with the athletic communications effort in promoting Tusculum athletics. Rain or shine, both Chuck and Mitzi are at nearly every single home event, and their support for the Pioneers is greatly appreciated. Congratulations to a well-deserved couple. It's time now to announce this year's Tusculum Play of the Year, and we'll be rolling through some video. So right now, your nominees for the Tusculum Play of the Year.
Wilkins is the tailback. There's the snap. Moore with one man in the route is going to be Bellinger. The one-handed attempt, holds on to it, brings it in at the 1. First and goal.
shot and a goal for the Pioneers just over the hands of Frail. That's Rick Ratcliffe.
Jenkins to Gibson. Smith, deep three. Bang! 10 seconds. Bang! 10 seconds.
Evans. He saw him, and he gets in the goal. For D'Souza. On the beautiful cross by Enrique Davis.
Target. Trying to save another match point. Knight for Blanco. Misselli for the win! Matteo Misselli puts it away, and the Pioneers had the first victory in program history. 2-2 to count. Rams. Collins pitch. Line to right field is going to be over the head of the right fielder Clanton. In to score is Torrey West, and the Pioneers win it 3-2 on a walk-off single by Alexis Graham. The Pioneers get the sweep of the doubleheader, winning Game 2 by a score of 3-2 in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Pioneer fans feeling it on their feet. Here's Lemon, blocked by Thornton! There's your match! What a performance here on Alumni Night by the Pioneers.
She does. 53-42 to score. Clayton State has not been this close since 5:04 to go in the second quarter. The screaming you hear.
And with so many great plays, it is hard to choose just one. But the staff had to do that. Congratulations. And I think a lot of people were saying, bang, when it happened. Dylan Smith, our play of the year, with the three-pointer as he knocked off Young Harris very early in the year. Dylan, I think, had gone, if memory serves, 0 for his first 10 from three-point territory in that game. But the only one that mattered was the last one that he made. And the Pioneers get a come-from-behind victory there. As a matter of fact, they would basically have to scathe off Young Harris later in the season when they would travel to North Georgia and would get a victory there as well. And Dylan was instrumental in that victory as well. Congratulations to our play of the year, Dylan Smith, and his three-pointer against Young Harris. We also have our moment of the year, where you go through an entire season, and how do you define how Tusculum athletics maybe was looked at or viewed by others outside of the university this year? And I think it'll be easy to really say that if you beat Carson Newman 3 times in one season, and then you make a run to knock off the team you haven't been able to knock off in, say, the last 5 years, and you do that in the conference tournament championship game, your women's basketball program probably deserves that moment. Let's look back and give you and bring you our moment of the year. Women's basketball in our moment of the year, the South Atlantic Conference tournament champions, first tournament championship since 2011. It's really hard to argue this selection as well, because if you had followed the team all season long, there were so many ups and downs. The injury to Sydney Wilson to start the year, where she wasn't able to start this year with the Pioneers, and then comes back and becomes their leading scorer, and then we lose her to another season-ending injury in the middle of January on the road at Catawba, and that really kind of changed the entire team and the face and what Coach Carter had to do from there on out, utilizing this 5-in, 5-out. It was so instrumental in the way they succeeded or didn't succeed at the end of the year, such as going to Wingate in the regular season finale, jacking up 44 three-pointers, making only 8 of them, and actually being held below 50 points. It was a low point, but then getting Wingate the very next game 4 days later and to start the conference tournament itself, and then erupting by knocking down the conference record three-pointers in a game, following that up in the semifinals by knocking down another 14 three-pointers in a conference tournament contest in the semifinals, setting and establishing a new record for three-pointers made through the first 2 games of the tournament. Then to get to Anderson in the championship game and be held to where you couldn't even score if you were into the ocean, if you were standing on the beach alone. And then in the second half, a lot of things just changed. Mia Long, the tournament MVP, Casey Johnson, a member of that all-tournament team, and so many others that really came up and stepped up for this team and stepped up to the forefront to earn that tournament championship. Do they deserve the moment of the year? Yes. Congratulations to the women's basketball program for the moment of the year. An award that has now in its 4th consecutive year will be the Comeback Player of the Year. And I can't think of another probably more well-deserved award to be handed out to this particular student athlete. Congratulations, Casey Johnson, our Comeback Player of the Year. This student athlete overcame challenges and obstacles to excel for the betterment of their team and for Tusculum. And I think she would admit to you, after a little bit of a slow start to the season, Devin Carter, toward the end of the year, realized he could not take her off the floor because of what she was providing for Tusculum. And the job that she did in that tournament championship game against one of the very best in our league. As a matter of fact, she is the best in our league and was scoring and defending all at the same time. Congratulations to Casey Johnson, our Comeback Player of the Year. It's time now for our Freshman of the Year. The award recognizes the top male and female freshmen. This year's male recipient from men's volleyball, congratulations to Matteo Maselli. Matteo played in all 19 matches, finished the program's inaugural season with 201 kills, hit .228. He was named Off the Block Independent Team's Freshman of the Year and was tabbed to the Freshman All-America team. Congratulations to Matteo Maselli for a very well-deserved honor. Our female Freshman of the Year this year, congratulations to Amaya Burrows. From women's volleyball, Amaya compiled a team-best 332 kills, averaging 3.54% while posting a 189 hitting percentage. She was named to the South Atlantic Conference and AVCA Region Freshman of the Year. Congratulations to Amaya Burrows for these outstanding awards and Matteo Maselli. So it is time now to recognize our most valuable players, but before we move on to recognizing our most valuable players, let's get yet another word from those who are powering our Night with the Pioneers tonight. Here's another message from Ingles.
At Ingles, we have a very special family. A family of farmers, ranchers, and dairymen. Clerks, butchers, and bakers. Deli workers, pharmacists, and florists. We work hard every day to bring you the very best, and we'll continue to wake up every morning and work as hard as you do. This is our town, and we built this community together. Ingles, your neighbor for over 50 years.
So we welcome you back in, and we get to our MVPs. We'll start on the female side of things, and we begin with cross country. Our MVP for cross country is Nicole McMillan. McMillan was honored as the conference runner of the year after earning 4 wins and 2 runner-up finishes in 7 starts. McMillan won the Zaxby's Open, the Louisville Classic, Blue Division race, and the Bobcat Invitational during the regular season, then won the conference championship by more than 25 seconds to become the first Pioneer to win the conference meet since 2003. Nicole then finished second at the Southeast Regional to qualify for Nationals for a second consecutive season. Congratulations to Nicole McMillan. Women's soccer, our women's soccer MVP is Kate Guilford. Guilford started all 17 matches, had 1 assist, which came on the game winner in a 2-1 victory against Young Harris. On defense, Guilford helped the Pioneers record 5 shutout victories, including a 1-0 win over eventual conference champion Wingate, whom we saw in one of our Play of the Year nominees get that 1 goal in that game. But congratulations to Kate Guilford, again, our women's soccer MVP. Our women's volleyball MVP this year, Carly Sosnowski, or as Dom Donnelly would say, Sosnowski. Reminds me of a movie. The sophomore libero helped the Pioneers to their first winning season since 2014 as Tusculum advanced to the conference tournament for the first time since 2017. She led the team in digs, averaging 4.81%, and was third on the team with 26 service aces. Congratulations to Carly Sosnowski, this year's women's volleyball MVP. Our women's basketball MVP this season belongs to the tournament MVP, Mia Long. Mia was named first team all-conference and second team all-region, helped the Pioneers to their first conference tournament title since 2011. Long eventually led the Pioneers in scoring at 14.4 points per game and led the conference in steals for a second straight year, averaging 3.6 steals per game. She set a school record and a single season record with 112 total steals on the year. She was named the conference championship tournament most valuable player after scoring 22 points in the finals against Anderson University. Congratulations to Mia Long. This year's women's bowling MVP is Racine Mortensen. Mortensen led the Pioneers in their first season as Tusculum posted 37 wins, including 9 victories against nationally ranked teams. She garnered East Coast Conference Freshman of the Week honors in her first tournament. She led Tusculum in several categories, including overall scoring average at 18.58 pins per frame, which was 13th in the league. Her 40.7 overall strike percentage was 11th in the conference as well. And congratulations to women's bowling MVP Racine Mortensen in the program's first year. This year's softball MVP is Anna Alloway. Anna led the Pioneers to their best start in program history, opening at 13-2. She was named Conference Player of the Week to open the season, becoming the first Pioneer since 2013 to earn that honor. She finished the year batting .417 and recorded a hit in 17 of her 22 games. She led the team with 30 hits, including 7 home runs, which were 19th in the country. She raised her batting average to .350, which is 7th highest in program history. Congratulations to Anna Alloway, this year's softball MVP. This year's women's tennis MVP is Caitlin McCullough. McCullough and her sister Annie became the first ITA All-Americans in program history after finishing as the Division II runner-up in doubles at the ITA Cup. She went 10-3 in doubles during the fall, and the duo had a 4-2 record against ranked opponents during the fall season as well. That ended when the McCulloughs ranked second in Division II. Caitlin was 8-4 in singles during the fall season as well. Congratulations to Caitlin McCullough, this year's women's tennis MVP. Our women's golf MVP, congratulations to Jennifer Kime. In her first season, Jennifer led Tusculum with a 75.93 stroke average and was named to the all-conference second team. Her scoring average was the second lowest in school history as she finished in the top 20 on 6 occasions, including 4 times in the top 5. She won medalist honors at the Barton Intercollegiate, leading wire-to-wire, and was named the Conference Women's Golfer of the Week. Congratulations to women's golf MVP, Jennifer Kime. Our women's lacrosse MVP this year is Juliette Cassano. Cassano tied for third in the conference with a team-high 24 goals and carried a streak of 39 straight matches with a goal to end the 2020 season. Cassano was 4th in the conference with 28 draw controls and 4th with 13 caused turnovers and scored at least 2 goals in all 6 games. She scored with 1:25 left to get a 16-15 win against Young Harris, which you also saw, one of our nominees for Play of the Year. And with 16 seconds remaining, she scored in a 12-11 win against Newberry. Congratulations to women's lacrosse MVP, Juliette Cassano. Women's track and field MVP. Congratulations to Hashelaine Pettit. Pettit set a new conference record earlier in the season and ended with a season best time of 56.65 seconds in the USC Open. Pettit's time was third fastest in the Southeast region, and she went on to win gold in the 400 at the conference championship meet. Pettit also ran the 4x400 meter relay, which had the top time in the region at 3:50 at the USC Open, and won the conference championship as well. Congratulations to Hashelaine Pettit, this year's track and field MVP. This year's beach volleyball MVP. Congratulations to Melissa Mazer. Melissa played in all 10 matches in the shortened season, all at the #1 flight, and for her career, her 16 individual wins are second most in the very young and brief history of women's volleyball. Congratulations to Melissa Mazer, this year's women's volleyball MVP. And it is time now to bring you our female athlete of the year. And in her own words, Nicole McMillan, congratulations to you.
Hi everyone, I just wanted to say thank you, and I'm so grateful and honored to receive this award. Although it was a short year, it was a great one filled with amazing memories. So I just wanted to thank my coaches, Coach Pratt and Coach Paul, for putting in just the endless amount of time and effort to make myself, but mainly just the team, so successful this year. So I also just wanted to thank my teammates for being such amazing teammates. Just the endless amount of support and love and laughter that we had every day at practice. They made it all worthwhile. And just Tusculum as a whole, from the faculty to the athletic department to other coaches and students. They made Tusculum just a second family. So I just want to say thank you, and I hope everyone's staying safe during this time of the year. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Nicole McMillan. Congratulations and a great honor, but a great student athlete and a great ambassador of Tusculum going forward. Soccer player turned long distance runner turned just a complete athlete here at Tusculum University. This year's Women's Female Athlete of the Year. It's now time to bring you our nominations for the MVP of our male or men's sports. Our male athlete of the year, our men's cross country MVP this year. Congratulations to Kyler Hodges. Hodges was all conference and all region for the Pioneers, finishing 6th at the conference championship meet and 18th at the Southeast Region Championship. Hodges was 7th among conference runners at the regional meet and became the first Pioneer men's runner to earn all region status since 2013. Hodges had 3 top 10 finishes in 4 regular season races, including 2nd at the Zaxby's Open, 4th at the Bobcat Invitational, and 10th at the Louisville Classic. Congratulations to Kyler Hodges, this year's most valuable runner for men's cross country. Our football MVP, senior out of the secondary, D. Alford. D started in all 11 games in the secondary for the Pioneers as he led the conference with 20 passes defended, which were 4th in the country. He led the Pioneers with 5 interceptions, broke up 15 passes, including a school single game record 5 in his home finale against Mars Hill. He was also one of the top punt returners in the nation, averaging 14.2 yards per return. He was named to the all-conference first team and second team all-region selection. Congratulations to this year's football MVP, D. Alford. For men's soccer, this year's men's soccer MVP, Enrique Devens. Devens led the Pioneers with 9 goals and 5 assists for 23 points in 14 games this season. He had a streak of 4 consecutive matches with the goal from September 18th to the 28th and became the first Pioneer in 10 years to score a hat trick in a 5-2 win over Coker. Devin scored a goal in 7 of his 14 games this year and had at least 1 point in 9 different contests. He's the first Tusculum player to earn first-team all-conference honors since 2016. Congratulations to Enrique Devens, this year's men's soccer MVP. This year's men's basketball MVP, and for a second year in a row, Trenton Gibson. Gibson earns team MVP honors for a second straight year. He has led the Pioneers to back-to-back 4th-place league finishes and consecutive winning campaigns, including this year's 19-13 record. Tusculum advanced to the conference tournament semifinal for the first time since 2011 as Gibson led the Pioneers in scoring at 13.5 points a game and earned a spot on the All-Conference Honorable Mention team. He led Tusculum in assists with 3.9 per game and posted his second triple-double, or the second triple-double, in program history in this year's season opener against USC Aiken. He was also named the Conference Elite 20 Award winner and was named to the COSIDA Academic All-District team. Congratulations to men's basketball MVP Trenton Gibson. This year's men's volleyball MVP in their very first year, didn't get a chance to finish that out, but I think we're going to see and hear a lot from this young freshman. This year's MVP for men's volleyball, Matteo Maselli. Matteo was instrumental in the inaugural men's volleyball campaign. He played in all 19 matches where he ranked in the season in the top 25 in the nation in aces per set, points per set, and kills per set. He was named the Off-the-Block Independent Team's Freshman of the Year and was tabbed to the All-Independent Freshman All-America team. He averaged 3.53 kills and 1.35 aces per set and posted a .223 hitting percentage. Congratulations to Matteo Maselli, this year's men's volleyball MVP. This year's baseball MVP, congratulations to Brandon Trammell. In his first campaign with Tusculum, Brandon led the Pioneers with a .349 batting average, as well as 29 hits, 26 runs batted in. He went 4 for 5 in stolen bases and recorded 3 assists in his 24 starts in the outfield. In his last 13 games, he batted .460, going 23 of 50 at the plate during that span in a shortened season for the baseball team this year. But congratulations, nonetheless, Brandon Trammell, this year's baseball MVP. This year's men's golf MVP, congratulations to Kyle Engelbert. Kyle is named team MVP for a second straight season. He finished with the year a 75.6 stroke average and was one of 2 players to qualify in all 6 events this year. He finished in the top 20 on 4 occasions, including a 4th place showing at the Walter State Fall Classic. Congratulations to this year's men's golf MVP, Kyle Engelbert. This year's men's tennis MVP, congratulations to Leon Huck. Huck went 9-1 in dual matches and 12-3 overall for the Pioneers with a 2-1 record in conference matches. Huck won his first 7 dual matches with 2 wins coming in 3 sets and had a 4-5 record in doubles competition. Congratulations this year to men's tennis MVP Leon Huck. Moving on to men's lacrosse, congratulations to our MVP this year, Liam McDonald. McDonald had 10 goals and 15 assists for a team-high 25 points in 7 matches for the Pioneers. He had 16 ground balls to rank 4th on the team and set the career point record with 146 points in the final game of the season against Quincy. McDonald tied for 4th in the conference in assists and tied for 9th in points. Congratulations to men's lacrosse MVP, Liam McDonald. And on to our final MVP of the season. It goes to track and field. Congratulations to the men's track and field MVP, Richard Gervale. Gervale qualified for the NCAA Division II Indoor Track and Field Championships in the 60 meters with a time of 6.72 seconds to open up the USC Open, and in the 200 meters after being clocked at 21.29 seconds also at the USC Open. Gervale, an all-region honoree, medaled in both events at the conference championship meet, finishing 2nd in the 200 meters and 3rd in the 60 meters. Congratulations to men's track and field MVP, Richard Gervale. Those are our nominees for our Male Athlete of the Year as well. This year's recipient for the Male Athlete of the Year, from football, D. Alford.
Tonight, I just want to give thanks to those who believe in me. First off, I want to thank my parents for pushing me to become the man I am today. I want to give a huge thanks to my coaching staff for believing in me and just giving me the opportunity to play the sport that I love. I also want to give a huge shout out to my teammates. Believe it or not, you guys played a huge role in my success on and off the field. I also want to thank the city of Griffin. You guys motivate me to keep pursuing my dreams. Thank you all, and God bless.
This year's Male Athlete of the Year. Our Female Athlete of the Year, Nicole McMillan, and congratulations to all of our MVPs for the men's and women's programs. Congratulations to our Athletes of the Year. One of the more special awards that we hand out, there are so many of them, but it always comes right here at the end, and it's a Coach of the Year, the Art Argauer Coach of the Year. It's presented annually to the top head coach, Tusculum's 24 intercollegiate sports programs. The award is named in honor of Art Argauer. He's a former longtime member of the Tusculum community and a former admissions office employee as well, just because of his love, his support for Tusculum, and his undying support for this school. And that's what all of these coaches that go through give all of their time and their energy to be some of the best that they can be in not only the South Atlantic Conference, within our region and within our country, as Tusculum becoming one of those schools, this conference becoming one of the top and the premier in the region and getting that recognition nationally as well. So many nominees this year, but there is one coach that definitely stood out. Had some challenges before the season, had some challenges during the season, and overcame all of those obstacles. And unfortunately, because he did such a great job, he is also going to be moving on from us. This year's Art Argauer Coach of the Year award goes to Devin Carter. Coach Carter led the Tusculum women's basketball team to a 24-7 overall record, a regional ranking, and won 6 of its final 7 games, including 3 straight to capture the conference tournament. Coach Carter wins this award for the first time in his career, and it's unfortunate that there was no closure for this time of the year as well for this women's basketball team, because I really do think they could have made some noise going into the NCAA tournament. It did not happen. Those were the cards that were dealt. But picking up the award for the first time, well-deserved for Coach Carter, who back-to-back goes 20-plus wins. He has some words to share with our Tusculum community as well.
Coach Carter here. First and foremost, I want to say that I'm extremely thankful and humbled to receive the Art Argauer Award. Thank you to everybody that voted. Thank you to Coach Adam Jackson for letting me borrow the award for a year. But most importantly, I want to thank our team, our players, our staff, support staff. You guys were absolutely unbelievable this year. It was a joy to come to work every day and be around you guys. We had a ton of fun, but we stayed the course, we kept the faith, and we chased our goals. And every day we went about our business of accomplishing that goal. Not a lot of teams can say that they finished the season with a championship cutting down the nets, but we can. You know, being around you guys, watching the success of you all overcoming adversity, watching the success of you all, you know, chasing a goal and staying with it and pursuing a goal was absolutely unbelievable. I learned a ton from you, my staff. I learned the best staff I've ever been around. You guys made my job easy as pie, and I'm so thankful to you guys because no task was too small. Every day we came in, we got better, we put our heads down, we grinded, and we had a ton of fun in the process. So we'll love you guys forever. We'll love the players forever. We'll love Tusculum forever. If you guys ever need anything, I'm one call away. Thank you so much.
He came to Tusculum as an assistant coach for the men's basketball team, was asked to take the reins in an interim capacity for the women's basketball team, and then became the full-time women's basketball coach. Yeah, he had that one tough year, but back-to-back 20-win seasons. Getting the opportunity to know Devin and what he meant and the passion and the energy that he put into his program, I think over the last 2 years you've seen that, what you're able to get out of it as well. Changing basically his whole scheme mid-season after Sid Wilson goes down with the injury. So congratulations to Devin Carter. And yes, because of this, gained some recognition, and another school came in and scooped him right up. The good news is we'll get a chance to see him a couple of times a year, and hopefully we'll be beating him as well a couple of times this year. That's exactly right. That's what I said. Congratulations to the Art Argauer Coach of the Year Award. So it was most definitely a difficult and strange night with the Pioneers. I didn't get the opportunity to stand up and have the microphone, have the nice stage set up where you could walk up, receive your award, receive your senior recognition from all of the faculty and all of the administrators here at Tusculum, and that opportunity from Ingles to provide that wonderful meal. And what I love about it is the gummy bears. You know, who doesn't love all those gummy bears that you get during this thing? Because that's what I love munching on while I'm watching the nominees for Play of the Year and Video of the Year. But in all seriousness, obviously this whole thing has stricken this country from one side of the coast to the other side of the coast and all around the globe. We should still be reminded that every loss of life is extremely, extremely a sad story. And it shouldn't be taken for granted. There are lots of things that we maybe take for granted every day. Those patients who die from cancer, or those patients who die from influenza, whatever it may be. Heed the warnings and stay very, very healthy. We want to see you back next year. We thank you, you student athletes, for what you have done here at Tusculum and for what you do. For those of you who are graduating and moving on to start your careers during this whole coronavirus devastated economy, rest assured, there's some very intriguing now and new exciting jobs that are awaiting you. And if you pay attention to Saturday Night Live, you may have already heard these. Porch pirate comes to mind. It's one of them. Amateur nurse. Maybe even grocery store bouncer. I hear that that's actually going to be a pretty big one. And coal. Yeah, coal. Who knew? You just dig down and grab it, and you've got coal. So exciting new adventures await you for you that are starting your next new career. All you have to do is just go down there and get it. For those of you that will be back, and in all seriousness, we're very tired of the terms of what's going on right now and the new names that we have heard. What comes to light is social distancing, stay at home or safer at home, and I get all of that, but it is for our own good. And because we want to see you back here and competing on that next level here at college, please follow the guidelines. Please understand this is a very serious time, and it shouldn't be taken to light, and you should not get too comfortable in your norm right now. I was heartbroken that we didn't have the time to have that closure with our seasons. I was right there with you in student athletes in preparation on my way down to Central South Carolina so that I could go watch the women's basketball team hopefully advance to the NCAA tournament. Then get word that I couldn't go down at all, but somebody else could. Then get word that everything had been canceled. Then get word that spring season had absolutely been canceled. It is difficult. It is tough. And while we're sitting here filming this award show for the first time in history, it probably should tell you about how serious this is, because we can't gather as an athletic department and as a staff to give you the recognition that you need. Words can't help this situation, but this situation will help you conquer any obstacle as you get ready to face that in your new ventures. We thank you for competing at the highest level. For those student athletes who will be returning, I look forward to another great year of Tusculum athletics. And until that time, for everyone involved at Tusculum University behind the scenes, I'm Brian Staten. Go Pioneers.